Last time on our Universe Zero saga, Goku and Vegeta had quite a productive dialogue with a Saiyan who has lived for millions of years. We're talking about the first Yamoshi's son, the man named Shishido. Now, the crazy thing about Shishido is that he literally had no idea that when you transform into a Super Saiyan or beyond, you always have the ability to just revert back to your base state. For millions of years in this bleak universe, he fought, he survived, and he thrived. He went through countless Saiyan transformations while never stopping to revert back. The only thing he ever did was ascend. Even when he did the thing with his dragon wife, the man was still transformed. And thanks to that, a new kind of hybrid Saiyan was born. Half Saiyan and half dragon. With a genetic disposition so ridiculously overpowered, I think this is the first being we see that I feel confident in saying that not even the angels are on par with him. An unprecedented birth. Now guys, if you haven't watched the prequel or at least the first 2 episodes of the Universe Zero saga here on the channel, I implore you guys to go catch up first. Links to the entire playlist will be down below in the comments and description box. Consider leaving a like on the video if you haven't done so already, but without further ado, let's see. Vegeta is ecstatic by these revelations. Well, of course he is. The Saiyan race is thriving and it can still get much higher. So, are you gonna train us or what? Vegeta asks abruptly. We can fight again if that's what you want. I won't hold back the next time either, which means you won't make it out alive, Shishido continues. Hey Kanchi, what do you think we should do with these two? I was excited at first, but now I'm kinda bored. Lord Shishido, I think there's a reason why Lord Zalama specifically sent them your way. Indeed, I don't have any idea either, but your involvement seems to be imperative, Kanchi replies. Fine, but I've been meaning to ask. What's up with your friend, Vegeta? My intuition says he's up to no good, Shishido says. Oh, you mean Kakarot? Come on, this guy is honest to a fault. Although he did have a little episode before when we were roaming around in that absolute darkness. Could be a mental thing or something, Vegeta says laughing, while Goku has just been standing there staring at the ceiling for like the past 5 minutes, unaware that they're pretty much talking about him. However, Shishido was not convinced by Vegeta's explanation. If there's one thing he trusts more than anything else, it's his tuition. He knows when someone reeks of trouble, and Goku seemed to be that person for some reason. Vegeta noticed the tension in the air and decided to slap Goku back to reality. Hey, Kakarot, snap out of it. Oh, what's up everybody? Goku immediately replies. You sound like you just woke up, Shishido asks. Well, I guess I sorta just did, Goku says. Once again, everyone goes silent because Goku was obviously wide awake this entire time. Kakarot, would you mind stepping outside with me for a minute? We need to talk. With our fists, that is, Shishido declares. Suddenly, Goku is wide awake and he is all game. Yeah, sure, he replies. Vegeta and Kanchi step back. Goku immediately enters Super Saiyan White. And just a little info blip for all of you guys who haven't gotten a chance to go back and watch the entire series yet. Super Saiyan White is a harmonic sequence between Super Saiyan and Ultra Instinct that derived from Goku's control and experience with the Omni Key. It's not a completely new form, being a combination of about 2 or 3, but I guess it is new nonetheless. Alright Shishido, I think it's about time you show us your transformations as well, he asks. Oh, don't be so ridiculous. I don't require a transformation to defeat someone of your level, Kakarot. Besides, I like this casual feeling. Just prepare yourself, Shishido declares. Sure enough, Goku would use his refined Ultra Instinct to synchronize himself with Shishido's movements. It happened. The day had finally come where Goku was going all out from the get-go. He no longer has the luxury of holding back. However, when he tries to land an attack, Shishido surprises Goku by using an even greater tier of speed than Ultra Instinct. Goku's instincts were definitely independent and they were also moving at 100%, but what good is that efficiency when your opponent's basic stats are exponentially higher than yours? Of course, that's what was in everyone's mind at the moment, but Goku was focused on something else. Now that he knows that he can come in contact with Shishido's body, he was within a suitable range to actually grab his tail. And that's correct. If you guys remember correctly, if there is a weak spot on Shishido or any Saiyan's body that Goku can exploit, it's the tail. Got you now, Goku says after grabbing Shishido's tail. Good. I figured that's what you were after, Shishido replies, and then he proceeds to let out a tremendous amount of energy. He just transforms into a Super Saiyan and Goku is sent flying. So tell me, if you know about the tail, why don't you guys have one, Shishido asks. Well, honestly, we just cut them off, but now that you mention it, maybe a tail is what we need to ascend to the next level, Vegeta replies. You guys do know that you can just manifest one, right? Only your souls were allowed into this universe. You essentially had to create your own physical existence by imposing your life force. Just focus and I'm pretty sure you can grow your tails too, Kanshi explains. Goku and Vegeta are startled by this, but they do try it out and eventually, our Saiyan duo finally regain their tails. Not good, Kakarot. I sense something sinister in you for some reason and it's making me vomit, Shishido says, as he covers the distance and then lands a solid blow on Goku's gut within a split second. Goku is about to faint from the power of that blow, but he recomposes and propels himself straight to Shishido. Right then, he instinctually unleashes an ominous ki bomb that instills Shishido's anger even further. I knew it. You're dead, Shishido declares as he proceeds to punch Goku so hard, his entire life flashes before his eyes. With his second punch, Goku is already passed out. Goku is about to fall, but Shishido is not done. He lands 4 more brutal punches before Goku even hits the ground. He completely just destroys Goku with this combo with a level of brute force that doesn't really make sense for being so unprovoked. Shishido then instantly glares at Vegeta and demands that he tell them what they've been hiding. Vegeta instantly turns into his Omega state and replies, "No, you explain yourself first. What do you think we've been hiding? Get out your head, old man." Vegeta then looks to Kanshi and asks him to heal Goku. Kanshi obliges and comes into contact with Goku to heal his body, but just then, right as his hand touches Goku's chest, he instantly feels infinite darkness, as if a massive void was waiting for him to step right into it. What exactly is happening here, Kanshi demands. This is not cool, Shishido. I thought we were straight, but now you and your buddy are making a big deal out of nothing? Seriously, I wish Whis was here to explain everything more properly, Vegeta says. Did someone say my name? Everyone is taken aback as Whis suddenly appears. Why, hello there, big brother. I heard about your big promotion. How are you holding up? Kanshi asks. Yes, it's quite alright. Zeno-sama has been a lot more mature since his fusion, and even though there can sometimes be irregularities because of the new model of the multiverse, Lord Zalama is sticking with us until everything is sorted out, Whis replies. Cut that out, Whis. Tell us what's up with Kakarot. You do know that, don't you? Vegeta instantly asks. His crude manner of speech does get him some side eyes from both Shishido and Kanshi, but Whis would reply that it's the void. Even if Goku has managed to regain his independent consciousness, he'll always be at the mercy of the void. There's really nothing that can be done about it. Wait, what do you mean by the void? Shishido asks. And in reply, Whis explains the whole story of the Omni Key, how Goku spent 12,000 years in the void, the unimaginable level of mental and psychological torture he had to endure. It was practically despair and hopelessness at its best. If it weren't for Zalama's help, Vegeta's celestial technique, and Gohan's cry for help, it probably would have been impossible for Goku to ever find his way back to his body. By the time Whis was done with his explanation, both Shishido and Kanshi were lost for words, completely speechless. I mean, Vegeta was familiar with how the Omni Key had messed up everything inside Goku, but he had no idea it was this bad. And Whis continues, Goku has no choice but to live with it. For the remainder of his existence, he must carry this curse with him and he must always retain his sharpness. Any careless moment whatsoever can consume his consciousness again. Think about it like living with a tumor in every single cell in your body. This is what happens when the multiverse itself curses you. Now, Vegeta obviously felt bad about all this. I mean, how is he gonna continue getting stronger if Goku has to live with this handicap? Oh, don't be so dramatic, Whis. This is nothing. We both know that Kakarot will overcome the void and make it his own, just like he's overcome everything in the past, Vegeta declares. And it's not Whis who would reply to him, but Shishido. You don't understand the sheer dexterity of the situation, Vegeta. You don't really understand anything up here. It's simply not possible. The will of the multiverse is above all things in this universe, and it's the multiverse itself who cursed Kakarot. I finally understand why I felt so repulsed by that ominous energy. It wasn't his fault after all, but rather, it was the energy of the curse placed upon him. I sincerely apologize for not only my outburst, but the confusion as well. I genuinely do, Shishido says. Vegeta pauses and thinks about it for a moment and asks one simple question. But you never mentioned why it's impossible for Kakarot to overcome the void. Shishido feels mocked by this question, but he lets his imagination run wild and replies with honesty. If by some chance an individual could indeed overcome the inherent darkness of the multiverse, we would have a new ruler of universal combat, surpassing even the Grand Priest. An unprecedented warrior whose very existence would be an act of rebellion against the entirety of the multiverse. It's simply not possible. It just isn't. The very fact that this guy even made it out of the infinite void is a miracle in and of itself. The probability is so ruthlessly and unfairly low, we don't even have a number this small to properly quantify it. You follow me, right, Vegeta? And let me check up on you guys as well. You guys are following me, right? I know we're going kind of sicko mode with the script in this video, but I gotta bring you guys the best content possible when it comes to our very own fan manga. Your friend Kakarot is an anomaly in the context of the entire universe, Shishido finishes. Once again, Vegeta would take a moment to actually internalize Shishido's words for what they are, but even so, he replies, "Indeed. The very fact that Kakarot was able to break free from the void is reason enough to believe that he can do more. And don't get me wrong, Shishido, even if Kakarot somehow becomes an absolute warrior that even the combined might of the multiverse can't defeat, I will still surpass him. For I am the proud prince of the legendary warrior race. Watch me, Shishido. I'll surpass you and your son as well. It's only a matter of time." The moment he heard Vegeta's reply, Shishido felt that familial bond. It was as if life had suddenly opened up. He felt so relieved, so liberated. This must be it. The very definition of strength. Despite being so cornered and despite the fact that it isn't even you that we're talking about, you're still so confident that your friend will come out just fine. Shishido says this, walks up to Vegeta and pats his shoulder. "I feel elated, Vegeta. I'm glad I lived long enough to meet the two of you. These are interesting times we live in. For as long as I've lived, there are levels of strength that even I had given up on, but for you too, there's no such thing as an idea of a limit. Infinite strength, huh? Sounds good to me." Vegeta simply smiles, saying, "Looks like we're finally on the same page, old man." Shishido would laugh, and Goku is still passed out. Since Kanchi can't heal Goku because there's a possibility of him getting sucked into the void as well on accident if he makes contact with his body, looks like Goku has no choice but to recover naturally for the time being. Meanwhile, the Northern Enigma couldn't ignore the ominous aura of this void either. His senses are even sharper than that of Shishido, and now that he's noticed something this potent, he can't ignore it. "Looks like your son is about to make a move, Lord Shishido," Kanchi replies. "Very well. Come with me, Vegeta. How about we go give my boy a visit?" Shishido asked. "Yeah, finally. Now we're down to business. I look forward to kicking your son's ass," Vegeta replies. "Careful. He may be the son, but he's still over 9,000 years old. There is absolutely zero chance of you scoring a victory. Just forget it," Shishido states. "Oh, just shut up, old man. I'll find out myself," Vegeta laughs. Although the difference in age was tremendous to say the least, their vibe had already matched each other. As Goku recovers from the damage done to him by Shishido, Vegeta and Shishido set out to the Northern Enigma's domain. In the next chapter, we are finally gonna get to see the Northern Enigma, son of Shishido, versus Vegeta.